Hey guys, today we're talking about electricity bills, what the different rates on electricity bill mean, and how this relates to solar. Ross, you're the expert. Take us away.
Yeah, cool. So pretty much solar electricity retailers charge people through what they call tariffs.
Yeah.
And there's three main types of tariffs when it comes to power bills. You've got your flat rate, so you get charged the same amount no matter what time of the day it is. A time of use rate, where you'll get charged a different rate depending on what time of day it is. So during the day it might be 30 cents, during the night it might be 15 cents. And then a third type called a step rate, where it's based off you get charged for a certain amount of kilowatt hours you used and then a different amount for anything you use after that.
Okay, so the three main types of bills and how we're charged for electricity, one being depending on the time of day.
Yep.
The second one being a flat rate no matter what time you use it. And the third being a rate where it goes up to a certain amount and then it changes after you're using over a certain amount of electricity each day.
That's right.
Do you have a preference or recommendation for people as to what you believe the best plan is or best way to do your bills?
I think given these days with solar and batteries, time of use tariffs, you can really take advantage of them.
Yeah.
Because
So time of use is where you've got a different rate for the daytime versus a rate at night.
that's right. So it's generally, most retailers will say from 7 a.m. to 11 p.m, we're going to charge you this rate, which is a fairly high rate. And then from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m, we're going to charge you sometimes half of that.
Yeah.
So it can mean the difference of a 30 cent to 15 cent difference in there. With solar and batteries coming into the picture, actually, no, when it was just solar, that sort of tariff didn't make a whole lot of sense, because when the sun went down, it's say, when it's not daylight savings, 4:30, 5 o'clock,
Yeah.
from 5 to 11 p.m, you're paying this huge rate,
Yeah.
and then everyone's going to sleep at night.
And
So
then the cheap rate kicks in while everyone's in bed.
yeah.
And it's not that advantageous.
Yeah, especially when the solar feeding tariff is only 5 or 6 cents.
Yeah.
Given, So now with the introduction of battery storage that's come along, we can now get our solar system to last from that 7 a.m. all the way through to 11 p.m.
With the battery.
with the battery.
Yeah.
Because the solar takes care of it during the day, charges the battery, which then discharges up until 11 p.m. And then through settings and programming, or even some smart systems, you can get the system to stop discharging at 11 p.m. and you just pull cheap power from the grid from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m.
Yeah. So what you're saying is, with this, you're recommending the best electricity bill to look for is one, especially with solar and batteries, is one where you've got a different rate for daytime versus nighttime.
Yeah.
Because what you can do is your solar system can look after your daytime usage. The battery can take care of the usage from when you get home till, say 11 p.m. when the cheap electricity comes into play. And then in the morning, obviously the sun comes out and you repeat, and that's how you can make the most of that billing system.
That's right. And there's even some even smarter systems, such as like Reposit and things like that, that will charge your battery using that cheap power at night. It can also be manually done in a lot of the inverters as well, but it's an option of optimizing the tariff is what they call it. Tariff optimization is where you charge your battery using the cheap power, and then it hits 7 a.m. in the morning, the toaster turns on, the kettle turns on, all these heavy appliances turn on, but instead you've got a full battery that charged using cheap power. And now you're running your whole house off cheap power in the morning. Yeah.
So programming the solar battery, say it runs flat by midnight, 11 p.m. ish, then the cheap electricity kicks in. We can actually program the battery with most of our systems to fill up, say, halfway.
Yeah.
When the family wakes up in the morning and starts using hair dryers and the toaster and all the rest of it and the hair straightener. Definitely not in my case, but the battery has that bit of juice to take over before the sun comes out.
Yeah.
And the juice it's got is a really, really cheap nighttime electricity. So you're never really, in a perfect system, going to be drawing that expensive electricity from the grid.
Yeah.
And you can reduce your bills as much as possible.
Yeah.
Cool. The other thing probably worth noting from our experience in helping people choose solar systems and billing and that sort of thing is how much these companies being energy companies, rely on people not doing their research around how much they're paying on their bills to make their money. And we often have people come across our path who say, can you look at my bill and help me size a solar system? And what they're being charged by the solar company, by the energy company, is ridiculous. It's way too high.
Yeah.
But people lack that experience to be able to tell that it's way too high. Obviously, we've seen thousands of bills, so we can tell pretty quickly. And a recommendation to them is usually in conjunction with solar and potentially a battery, is to look at how much you're paying, how much your rates are, whether you're getting a peak and a non-peak, so cheap electricity at night, and then to change providers based on that, to shop around and see what you can actually get your bills down to based on just comparing 3 or 4 quotes from different energy providers.
It's never about just the solar and the batteries. It's the whole package. It's getting a better rate, getting a different tariff. The solar and the batteries just add to that. And that eventually, you work towards paying nothing, hopefully.
Hopefully. Overall, or at least over the year, becoming very close to zero bills from being credit in summer and that getting you through the winter. It's interesting how many people coming to look into solar think it's just slap a solar system on your roof and that's how your bills get taken care of. So, and that is the case sometimes, but so often getting the right solar system is about not only getting a good solar system, often also a battery, and then shopping around for the best rate, and then even doing things like making sure the lights in your home are energy efficient. But that's a whole nother conversation. So if you're looking into solar, consider the rates that you're paying in the company you're using, whether you're on a peak and a non-peak tariff like Ross has recommended is the best way to do your billing, especially with solar and batteries. And anything else you'd add to that, or?
No, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
Awesome. If anyone gets any questions about solar and batteries, leave them below in the comments, and we look forward to answering them for you in another video. Cheers.